Hensler's going to try and get down inside of Hecker. He needs to get that position away if he can from the lap car. He does it.
He was just enough alongside, clearly got into the view of Hecker. You saw him come through. And Hecker didn't want to wreck that car. Ooh, now though, Soucek going to dive to the inside.
Yeah, and that was key.
Yep.
I mean, Hecker just does not want to spoil these guys' races.
Exactly.
He'll get paid back. He'll get paid back later in the season.
When he needs a favor, and they let him through, you bet.
You need friends.
and that stuff is remembered.
Dial keeping Lello at bay.
And what Dial would love to do would be able to slip around Martin Fuentes there. And that 07 Hublot Ferrari just dropping down the hill in front. There is Lello.
He's anything but a mellow Lello.
No, he is clearly somebody pretty special.
Yeah, it's fun for these guys to get their opportunity to make a bit of a breakthrough on the U.S. racing scene. So when these factory teams make that offer, typically they jump at it because it just opens doors for their careers.
And Fuentes, of course, running in the Am-Am class here.
He's always quick, always able to mix it up with the pros, so doesn't look like he's slowing Dial down too much here, and Dial's having a good run here with just under 5 minutes to go.
Right behind that number 2 de Vilbus Mercedes is the car that currently sits second in that Pro-Am category, Maxime Soulet and the Opticoat Bentley.
Siegel having another very strong run here. That white Ferrari. He and Wei-Lu have been a really good combination. Jeff was his coach, and they're teaming up for the SprintX competition as Lello looks to the inside of Ryan Dial. Dial doesn't give it to him. Takes the Audi and super deep on the brakes.
You're talking about Siegel. He's not a Ferrari factory driver, but he almost seems to be an ersatz one.
Oh, Dial looking to the inside. Tricky situation for Ryan Dial. Can't afford to put it all on the line. He sets up Fuentes, gets to the inside. That was nice.
That was gorgeous.
Textbook.
And he's got that inside now. And let's see. Marcello thinking about it. He's through as well.
Nice.
Talk about an opportunistic move.
Look at that. He's all out of sorts now, Fuentes. And Siegel's going to get a run. Siegel gets a run, took advantage of that beautifully on Soulet. Almost contact between the two team cars there.
At the last minute, Martin saw him open the wheel up. As you said, different teams in theory, but they run under the TR3 awning together. And Fuentes well on that, and that exchange seriously hurt Soulet.
It really did. Beautiful move by Jeff Siegel, though. Read that situation perfectly, timed the move. Nothing that Soulet could do about it.
On this track, you've got to be opportunistic. If somebody opens up a wedge a little bit, you've got to be willing to finish that and wedge your way through it. And as I was saying about Siegel, he's not technically a factory Ferrari driver, but he spends a lot of time in Ferraris in various different circumstances, a lot of coaching in Ferrari Challenge, and, wins Le Mans in a Ferrari on occasion.
Amongst other things.
Little accomplishment.
Very intelligent driver, very tech savvy, has a sim business that he works with, and some really cool teaching and coaching aids that he's been showing me recently. So very much on top of the game and how you move your program forward. But up front, can Allegro break through and get their first win of the season here?
Well, you see that the nervous looks on the faces as we're into our final 2.5 minutes of this 5th round of the Pirelli World Challenge GT Sprint Championship. And just a superb bit of strategy and execution by the team, and Spencer in the car to get those laps in while everybody else had pitted. And Christensen now has to do what a factory pro does and finish it.
Carlos De Caseta there up on the pit box, watches on. And that overcut that they did, that in-lap for Spencer Pumpelly whilst the others were pitting and coming out on cold tires, was the key to victory here today.
Boy, Molina's doing everything he can in terms of giving chase here. He's dropped Hensler to the tune of 2.3 seconds.
Everyone running sort of mid-52, so nowhere near the fastest laps of the race. So they're just winding things down here. The 2 cars should be locked in for pole position here later in the day for race 2.
Beautiful R. Ferry Ferrari with the gold wheels, so evocative of the 512s and 312Bs back in the era. Let's see, should be what,
2.5 laps to go, I think.
That's what I was just going to ask you about.
I think we'll see white flag this time. was. But
a little wiggle there, turn in. I think you're right. I think that Castrol Porsche is just not quite there in terms of setup.
You just see it there mid-corner. A little bit loose, a little bit oversteering. Rear tires kind of chasing out.
So yes, we anticipate now. Race control saying expect white time next time by. White flag next time by, excuse me. So it's the Porsche of Christensen, the 24. 61 Molina in the Ferrari. 96 Hensler in the Castrol Porsche. Suchek in the 9 Bentley, and then leading in Pro-Am back in 5th. Ryan Dial in the vertical bridge. 2-speed Audi.
Dial's done a really nice job by keeping that CRP Mercedes behind him. Good rebound for the FAF Motorsports Group. They'll be happy with the podium. The bad news is the guys they're chasing in the championship are right ahead of them.
And Dial able to extract some pretty good speed out of this. And you think, well, you consider who won last year. It was an Audi. That won as the white flag comes out for Christensen, with Molina slicing through in second. And that Audi should be a pretty effective weapon here, and they are showing it in the Pro-Am category. But right up behind him now is Lello.
I think the bar has been moved a little bit with those new GT3 cars coming on the scene last year. Everyone knows them a little bit better. They're more fine-tuned and extracting more performance compared to the Audi.
And again, keep in mind, even though this is not a battle in class with Dial running in the Pro-Am class, Lello in the Pro-Pro, Pro-Pros get awarded overall points. So if he can sneak through, that'll help a team that is in the championship. But looking to the first win of the season, an absolutely superbly executed day of racing. Porsche wins at Lime Rock. Christensen brings it through. Pompelli and the team doing a superb job. The 61 Ferrari from R. Ferry comes through in second, and Hensler in the Castrol FAF Porsche comes through in third. So for Porsche, 2 of them on the podium, Cal. That's what that mark needed.
It really did. Great race day performance by Porsche. Ferrari will be happy. A strong podium run for Molina and Wieland, the SprintX Championship leaders right now. For the Capex team, they may be second-guessing their decision to go for the result here today rather than focusing on fastest lap for Perrin.
Yeah, I mean, Perrin quickly set a pretty quick lap, but that's the one that stuck. Everybody else went faster still, so that didn't play out. And then Dial, along with Parker Chase, who did another superb job in the opening stint. 5th overall, winning in Pro-Am with Jeff Siegel and Wei Lu, 2nd in Pro-Am.